Ladies and gentlemen, it is August 23rd, 2026, 1 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock on the East Coast, and I guess noon on the West Coast. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are going to be doing a JCW Bloody Mania 19 review. It took place on late Friday night. So, but I'm not alone here. We're going to go around and have everyone introduce themselves and tell the lovely people how they're doing. All right, the man to my right and the heaven clouds. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing very well, Brendan. It's the Paladin of the Light. As you can see, I'm up in the heavenly clouds above, and it's very beautiful up here. Looking grand, looking good. You also forgot to mention, and also, can we please mention that it's 8 o'clock Irish time here, because we do have a man from Ireland.
Yep,
Ireland's goodwill ambassador, by the way. Just take notes, folks. Take notes.
That's why we got an Irish Juggalo here. Probably one of my favorite coups I've done. All right, and the man underneath him, the homie, the leader of the channel. How are you doing today, my friend?
Doing great, man. Just watched Bloody Mania. I was up late for Lunacy, and then while Bloody Mania was happening, me and Monkey were out and about with the nightlife here in Miami. You know, getting some I don't know what's the word, calories burned by dancing,
Burning calories,
raving a little bit, And so while I was in the club, I was literally watching Bloody Mania, and I would show Monkey, like, look at this, look what's happening right now. And he's like trying to do his show, he's like DJing, and I'm like, no, but look, Barnabas just came out.
Underneath him, it is the man he's talking about. You know, one of the best DJs in the Florida club scene. He will get you drunk. He'll get you drunk. He'll get you bumped. He'll get you fucked. Whatever you want him to do.
A lot of promises.
We got
a lot of promises
in the house. Hey, I gotta build him up. I'm behind shit.
That was an incredible amount of promises. Holy shit!
I don't even think
I'm
Fox
putting
like,
you over, bro.
somebody might want to.
We got Echo. Jones echoing a bit.
Yeah, it's me. I haven't got my headphones in, so I'm gonna do a quick introduction and go back on mute. What's up? How's everybody doing? Like Tommy said, we had a great weekend over at Sick. He saw most of it. I'm having a fucking great time. Next week I get to make the announcement of announcements down here. So no complaints, bro. I'm ready to talk about some fucking wrestling, man.
Hell yeah. And underneath me in the heaven clouds, we got Macho Man's adopted son, John Gets Gaming. John, how you doing today, my friend?
Doing wonderful. We got to see clowns. We got a tribute to yours truly at the show last night. After we talked to him, Jeeves stole my act. Yeah.
I love it here. Okay, we're gonna get right into the review here. It's the Bloody Mania 19. It started on August 22nd, 2026. To give them credit, they were only 3 minutes late, and the show opens up with the JWO arriving in a good mood, dancing, having a great time, all calm and stuff here. Mac Davis wants to know what's the game plan and what is going on.
We're vibing.
And you see Tua Sweeting. And now the question is, okay, what is up their sleeve? Like, what does Team JWO have planned? And they're like keeping it hush hush, and they told Mac and everyone else they have to decide and wait and see. So interesting way to start the show, I thought.
Yup.
Then we go to the first match of the card. And this is my favorite of the card. Cocaine and James Storm taking on Shane Mercer and Stephen Flo. I thought this was a hot opener. In my opinion, the best match of the card. This was really good. Back and forth, good stuff. So Tommy, I'll go to you. What did you think of the opening tag match?
Yeah, it was great to see James Storm back. You know, I'm sure he's not a cheap special guest or, booking, So I'm sure Violent J coughed up the money, got us James Storm. Great veteran in the indie scenes. He's worth every penny, too, because even if he's just tag teaming, I'd love to see him work. And, I saw Cocaine and Stephen Flo, a match we've seen a lot if you watch Lunacy every week, or at least you see them interact a lot. They used to be best friends. They're pulling out new moves here. Cocaine was showing off some of his high flying abilities. Stephen Flo, as always, very agile, great at selling the damage. Shane Mercer, the mercenary for hire, has no allegiance here, just being, that bully you hire to beat someone up. Mercer is great at that. And, he was technically a heel because Stephen Flo is a heel. And, but at the end, I think my prediction was right. The baby faces won. James Storm and Cocaine win. So
Well, I like the
I like
crowd
this.
chant during this.
suck his dick,
Yeah.
suck his dick. Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
The ring rat made this match way better. I wonder if she's gonna dump Stephen Flo now that he's a loser.
And then he hit her. You'll see here. I included
Yeah,
it
and
up here
he
shortly.
clocked
Steven
her.
Flo
Yeah.
clocked her with the guitar. Let's see. Aiden, I'll go to you. Your thoughts on this tag match, the opening match of BloodyMania 19.
I like this match. Very, very solid. It's been a long time since I've actually said to people, hey, this was a solid start to any pay-per-view I've ever watched. And this right here was perfect. Really, good selling. I like some of the new moves that Cocaine got out. And obviously the crowd made it just as good. If you have a good active crowd, a crowd that's really buzzing, it makes it perfect, makes it just as good. I did like the suck his dick chant with the ring rat. The ring rat makes everything entertaining. Like
This is
she
it right
gives-
here where he hits the ring rat right there with the guitar, so she's out. And you can tell
Well,
he's pissed.
Yeah.
You want to replay that? I think it might have buffered on the.
Yeah, you
replay.
robot voiced for a second.
Okay, so be up here shortly. Yeah, so Stephen Flo is going to go hit James Storm with the guitar. He ducks and some clocking ring rat.
Boom.
And you see
does
James Storm is setting up the last call.
Would anyone here know CPR, how to resuscitate her?
I do not.
I just
didn't
like
take
the way
that
she
class.
took that fall. She went exactly upside down schoolgirl pin looking.
Yeah,
Right.
she knows what she's doing.
Now this
Yes,
time hip hop.
well,
So. All right, John, your thoughts on this opening tag match?
Oh, great fun. And yeah, I'm not, as familiar with the guys, but man, I mean, even just in the footage you just showed, it was like 3 or 4 great spots. And I have like Cocaine-a-mania running wild. Whenever he's been on, I've seen a lot of his stuff for whatever reason. He's probably just a very frequent player in JCW, but it's good shit, man. It was like a pretty hype beginning, and I like the finish. How they had, it was kind of a callback to what's his face, Honky Tonk Man almost. Only they put their own spin on it because they had him like do the accidental hit to his ally, his girlfriend. But yeah, everybody was really bringing the spots, bringing the high flying, bringing the heavy hits. I mean, that spike on the head, and then he rolls out like that was some good shit.
And that's the finish, which I'll play here shortly. Here, Dysik. Hello, how you doing? What are your thoughts on this tag match? Cocaine, James Storm, Stephen Flo, and Shane Mercer.
Yeah, hey everybody. I really like the chemistry between James Storm and Cocaine. I was kind of hoping that they would have a new tag team name, something like Rum and Coke or something like that. That'd be a cool little, or beer and
That'd be
Coke.
cool.
That'd be fire.
And it was a nice their chemistry was very fun to watch. I'm like John. I'm not super familiar. I think this is my first Bloody Mania. And so it was really fun to watch the whole show, and this was definitely it set the mood for what to expect for the rest of the show, and so I was impressed with it.
Absolutely. All right, Eric, your thoughts on the opening tag match?
Oh, I fucking loved it. It was a great back and forth, honestly. I think I could see Cocaine and James Storm having a tag team run because they have some really good chemistry together.
They do.
And overall, I feel like the match with Stephen Flo and Shane Mercer, they did their part perfectly. And I loved the little the thing that they did at the end where he was did this and then that. It's I could tell that's gonna be their new thing, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool if they stick together. I like that they do got good chemistry. Okay, Monkey, to you, your thoughts on the opening tag match of Bloody Mania 19.
Leading with your best foot forward, bro. I really appreciate that you guys played some of the match because, like Tommy said, I was
I got you.
out on a gig for that. But I did get to see also before the podcast some of these matches. This was one of them because I was in the pool kind of reviewing before we got on. Um, I like that they're opening with cocaine. I like that we're doing the strategy of leading with our best foot forward. The match had an incredible amount of pace, which I guess is indicative of like we were just discussing. Flow and cocaine are work with each other like constantly, so that does have benefits. It increases how much the shit that they can do in the match. Is probably why we saw all these new things coming out. You can just tell that they're at the top of their game. So I really don't have any complaints with this.
Yeah,
And
to add
here's
to
the
the
finish here. This is sweet. Like he does like a tilt-a-whirl tombstone, and I never seen anything like this. And I
Oh,
probably
yeah.
cocaine did this. Look at what bam,
fuck yeah, that was
smooth as shit,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
the finish. 1, 2, 3. Cocaine. James Storm get the first win of BloodyMania 19.
They-
Yeah, there's the thing that Monkey was talking about when he did the nose thing. Cocaine.
Yeah. I do like the tag team name Robin Coke. That looks like a good one.
I
Well, they
loved
both-
whenever
both main eventers, you know.
absolutely.
Yep.
Well, they whenever they were doing the suck his dick thing, it was funny how they played to the crowd for that. Like he started trying to hype him up, and then she got down on her knees. Like it was clearly an impromptu thing, and then even the announcers were doing a good job. They were like, "Oh, the Juggalo crowd being always enjoying themselves," and they're like, "Well, he is a crowd pleaser."
Oh, what would you do if Ringrat started to, get on her knees in front of you, you know?
Oh no, I've got to take a bump, I guess.
Oh no! What? It's kayfabe, you know.
Yeah.
So now we go to an earlier day in the shot. Mac Davis, Facade, and what's behind them is Violent J's tour bus. And right behind Facade, you see Painful Paul, who is supposed to be on the team Vito Luciano family, talking somebody in Jay's bus like they have a business arrangement. And
Foreshadowing.
it creates a question: why was Painful Paul in Violent J's bus, and why does he seem like he was satisfied with their agreeing on? So now that creates more questions in the main event.
He was just buying some face paint. I'm sure it's fine.
Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know. Coming up with more beer sales. I don't know.
Then we go to a quick promo in the back with Mac Davis and Nyla Rose. It's revealed that she's going to be the special enforcer in the upcoming women's triple threat. Alice Crowley, J-Rod, and Haley J. The winner will face the women's champion at a later date. So I thought a nice triple threat, back forth, keep it going here. I thought of J-Rod, if this is going to be her last match, it was an honor watching her one last time here in JCW, and she does go. Wish her all the best. And this is one of the 3 matches. I got my predictions right. Alice Crowley. I'm happy that Alice Crowley won. Fun women's match. And then this spot was awesome here, where she lifts both of them up and does a double Samoan drop in the middle of the ring. I thought that was pretty sweet. Yeah,
She
fun
needs to
match.
play
Keep
Wonder
the pace
Woman.
going. All right, Tommy, let's go to you. Your thoughts on this women's triple threat match?
Yeah, I got that joke, John, because I did AI generate her into a Wonder Woman art piece, AI slop that came out, pretty decent. My prediction was wrong. I chose Hollywood Haley J, or Hollyhood Haley J. I think all of these women are very talented, and that's what JCW has going for it, is that they have all the guys, and the male roster is great, but they also have a pretty stacked female roster, and a lot of them aren't necessarily homegrown like Haley J, and I think J Rod started in NWA, and
OVW as well.
yeah, so a lot of their women roster was found and kind of put together, makeshift, if you will. But all these girls seem to enjoy working together. And I was watching Chris Jericho interview Violent J, and he was saying that everybody who works for them, they say that locker room is really special, and it seems like everybody seems to like working there. And I wasn't gonna be upset if Alice Crowley won, and she did. So obviously, congratulations to Alice Crowley and another Bloody Mania 19 win. I think Isaac mentioned that this was his first Bloody Mania. This is also my first Bloody Mania.
Second.
So I was very delighted. Yes.
Cool, cool. All right, Eric, I'm gonna go to you next. Your thoughts on this women's number one contender triple threat match?
Overall, I really liked it. I liked the pace that it kept the entire time. And also, I kind of like the swerve at the end with Nyla, where J-Rod thought that she was going to have her back, and then she's like, no, fuck you. Boing! And overall, I thought it was a really fun match. I predicted that Alice Crowley was going to win, so my prediction was correct. Also, another prediction that I did not think was going to come true. I predicted that there wasn't going to be a single title change, and there wasn't.
Yeah, we'll get to that towards the end, because I was surprised by that as well. I really was. All right, Aina, I'll go to you next. Your thoughts on the women's triple threat match?
Oh yeah, this was very good. This is very good. Yeah, I was impressed with J-Rod's strength to do the double Samoan drop. I mean, there's a reason she's called the ultimate athlete. I mean, it's no hidden secret. If it is her last match, that's great. Whatever she decides to do, I'll be supportive of it. Even if she does decide to go up north, that's fine, because it would suit her perfectly to go up north. Yeah, I think I went for Alice Crowley. I wasn't really going for Haley. So it's nice to see Alice Crowley pick up the win, and she'll get a future JCW women's title shot.
Nice, nice. Okay, John, I'll go to you. Your thoughts on the women's triple threat match?
Well, aside from the great spots that have been mentioned, I feel like there's good variety in the style, both in the wrestling style and just like look style and everything. So it's a good, and that's kind of what you got to have, especially in a triple threat. Like, you don't want any two of them to like sort of just seem like copies or also rans or something. Like, it felt like a legitimate, like you needed the triple threat to really get the most out of all of them. And so those are the kind of aspects that I really liked about it. And yeah, it's a shame if she has to leave, because I was watching, I gotten the chance to see too much of her work here in JCW, but I'll probably go back. But it's like, I was thinking, like, this is like incredible athleticism. And obviously the look is perfect, and just like, yeah, that's a hell of a maneuver to be able to fucking lift two people and do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That was impressive. Okay, Dyson, your thoughts on the women's triple threat match, my friend?
I'm not gonna lie. The minute Haley J came out and shook her ass, I kind of went blank, and I forgot the match. But to be fair, though, it was very entertaining. I think the promo with Nyla Rose was telegraphed. Like, it kind of seems like it was a bit obvious that Nyla was gonna become a bigger part of the match, and ultimately she did. And so the referee spot, it was actually kind of a nice swerve for me, because I was just thinking that she was just going to interfere. But
I thought she was just gonna. I thought she was just gonna insert herself and be like, "This is now a four-way, bitches."
Yeah,
exactly, right? Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Same here.
But like J-Rod, was not very familiar with her. I am familiar with Alice Crowley and Haley J from other promotions like NWA and other places. I think MLW was another place. Wow Women of Wrestling, I've seen them there. And so, yeah, it was a fun three-way. I have really no complaints. And so, yeah, it was a nice way to keep the show rolling.
Yeah, no, and I actually want to give a personal shout out real quick to J-Rod. She's a really nice human being overall. I've gotten to meet. I got to work with her again at Exodus a couple of weeks ago, and she's just a joy to work with. She's really nice and really sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard good things
And also,
about
also, J-Rod, if you're listening, I promise I'll get the photos to you here in the next couple of days.
What an ominous thing to say.
Yes.
Monkey,
what's,
your thoughts on this
I'll
triple threat match? Monkey,
Sorry, say that again.
your thoughts on this women's triple threat match?
I just like good women's wrestling, bro. I don't know what else to say to that. Like, I like good women's wrestling, so I'm okay with the matchup. I don't really have any fucking complaint notes. Like, there's the way I have with women's wrestling, I'm very particular about it these days because I've noticed that everywhere else it's also improved. Like we're really giving respect to women's wrestling now. So any chance that we could get a match like this in front of a crowd like that, it's a big win in my book. That's all. Like I 100% support women's wrestling.
Word. All right, next segment we go to a promo with Mac Davis and the Outbreak, and apparently I feel really bad for him. He's got zombies that can't speak.
Sorry to interrupt, but this was hilarious.
You got Jackson saying he's gonna eat brains, and Mac is slow as spoot, and he tries.
Those guys
to
are
see,
definitely not on drugs. Just saying.
allegedly.
Definitely not.
Yeah, allegedly. Then he's trying to okay, do you think you're gonna win this match? Then same thing. Abel tries to talk, but Mac is questioning why is he here, and he doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And off we go to the tag team title match: the Outbreak versus the defending JCW tag team champions, Ciampa City. This is a prediction I got wrong. And so I actually thought the Outbreak was going to win because of a later match, but I thought this was a fun third match on the card. Both teams went back and forth. There's some good spots here, good pace match. Everyone looked good. Nothing really to complain here, but there was a part of me thought the Outbreak was going to win. I really thought that was going to happen, but I enjoyed this. I really did. So I'm going to go to you, Diasic, on this one. To start us off, your thoughts on the tag team title match?
So I am Isaac of the Dead, so I appreciate a good zombie here and there. And, when I see fuckers like that, like my inner Rick Grimes comes out. I couldn't do what Mac Davis just did. I would pull out a hatchet and just go to work. I'm sorry, guys. But
Guys, I'll tell you right now, they're a lot easier to distract than the Walking Dead zombies. Then you just have to you just gotta hand them an 8-ball and they're good.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Like in the match though, like I actually really like the zombie. Like they can move athletically, but also when they sell, it's like they're a Romero zombie, and it's very fun to watch that. I do think that they could amp up some of the zombie movements. Do like what is it? You know how like they have the drunken style of kung fu, where it's kind of like it's lazy and their body's kind of limp, and they could do something like that with the zombie movements and the zombie gimmick. Because I know that's what they do when they sell, but they're doing a little bit too spotty movements, like too many lucha style stuff whenever they're attacking. But nonetheless, still very fun. I saw in the chat while I was watching the show. The Ciampa City was called Jabba City. I just couldn't stop laughing at that shit. But that's nothing against them. I don't really know anything about them. And then seeing the Hokane interference at the end, and that whole family's a fucking mess.
Oh, we'll get to that. Don't worry. I know Eric's got something to say with that one match there. Yeah. Okay, Eric, speaking of Eric, I'll go to you about this match.
Stepdad, I'm stuck in the dryer.
Wait. Save the bit for it. So your thoughts on this tag match?
I loved it. I've always been a big fan of the Outbreak. I think they're honestly one of the top tag teams in JCW right now. Also, just like super cool human beings, like to talk to. I mean, yes, I was actually able to hold a conversation with them. I learned zombie while I was working in Columbus, boys. I actually was able to hold a conversation with them, and they're actually two very good human beings. They're southern boys. They're from Mississippi. So honestly, like that match was a lot of fun to watch. I'm also a big fan of Ciampa City, so I already knew that they were going to put on a fucking banger. Oh god, pause this. This was a promo that went another 2 minutes too long. But
yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry.
But no, I thought it was a really fun match. I'm not going to lie, my prediction there was like 50-50 because even though I predicted that the titles weren't going to change, in my heart, I wanted to see the Outbreak.
No, bring that back up. Bring that back up, and do not pit play. All right. Just saying.
What's that?
I want you to take a good look at it. All right, Tommy, you already know where I'm going with this. Tell me that ain't Tommy, bro. Tommy, what are you doing on JCW, dude?
Oh my god!
What are you gonna tell me, bro?
My god.
What the fuck? You piece of shit!
Hey, I mean, Tommy. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, at least you're managing Josh Bishop.
Yeah, you at least managed to get the rest.
Tommy, get your ass back here!
Walk away, monkey.
Thank you, Monkey.
He wants
You got busted.
to go Texas Superiors. They found me out.
He just
Yep.
needs to go like this now.
Oh,
Yep. They figured out the word.
Anyway, it was overall a very fun match to watch. I think the Outbreak. I'll be surprised if they don't get signed to a major company in the next couple of years. That's my opinion.
All right, Monkey, I'll go to you. Your thoughts on this tag title match between Choppa City and the Outbreak?
I'm tired of talking about the zombies, bro. Let's talk about this Crime Time 2.0 fucking tag team over here. I'm kidding. Yo, okay. After interviewing who we've interviewed, I really fuck with the zombie tag team. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought it was cringe. I really did. I thought it was cringe. I thought it was overdone. I thought it was some like typical Juggalo shit that we would do. But no, they've grown on me. I fuck with it.
Same here, because when I got back into JCW, I thought it was over the top, but the more I was watching them, I thought, you know what, these kids commit to the bit, and that's rare in today's wrestling. And I end up respecting that about those two, and I just starting to find myself enjoying the Outbreak more and more. All right, so John, I'll go to you. Your thoughts on the tag title match?
I was just gonna say, I hope he wasn't calling on me because I took off my headphones for 2
Oh, you're
seconds
good.
just
You're
now.
good. I just went to you. You're good. You're good.
I was like,
Well, let me tell you something. Whenever I saw all the Juggaloites in the audience and we had zombies, it was reminding me of 1970 something. Whenever the Walking Dead were walking the streets of Monroeville here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, brother.
Well, apparently we don't have Tommy anymore. Now we have the Fiend.
Because we got this double
You gotta
identity.
change your name, Tommy.
He's trying to hide his fucking identity.
No, it was. I really liked the match. I actually liked. The only reason I was doing that reference was because the red and yellow, who they were opposing the zombies there. But it was a lot of good spots. I see what you're saying, though. I believe it was Eric who was saying that they need to do more like zombie type movements, because I was thinking during this, I'm like, oh yeah, you could have like, because you're rotten on the inside, so like you either have like an arm or a leg stop working, and you go to throw your punch, and you're like, and you gotta like snap it back into place or whatever because you got shit rotting on the inside. Or you could even use it for no cells as well. Your nervous system gets disconnected because you're all rotten on the spinal cord, and they start punching you, and you're just like, and you go at them. But I still feel like they utilize it well, perhaps underutilized just a little bit. But overall, I mean, obviously the actual wrestling and skill set shown is incredible. And they do a great job.
All right, Tom. I mean, the Fiend. Your thoughts on this match?
Tommy Fiender.
Let me in.
You're in. You're in here. You're in the third one.
Oh,
top
okay,
right.
I'm in.
No longer peeping Tom. He's fiending.
That's Tommy's conversation with the girl every time. Let me in. You're already in.
You've been in here. Oh, okay.
I honestly, okay. Let's calm down. Okay. I'm cool with the fat jokes. It's all good. Joel Gertner, he's representing the fatties out there. Making us look good, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Even a fat joke though, it's his face, bro.
Ulysses trying to shit himself.
His face is like, I'm happy to be here. Hell yeah.
Look,
I'm about to smoke another 5 fucking joints after this segment. All right, let's just get this rolling.
He didn't read the script. He's just
a lot
like,
of women, they're into the dad bod, and they're into, the girthy meat. They like girthy meat. And
so about that match, Tommy. How about that match?
Yeah, the match.
Let's review on the match.
The match, right? Wrestling.
Yes, exactly.
So that was the Outbreak versus Choppa City, right?
Yes, for the tag titles.
So if you don't know Choppa City, basically they used to work with Vince Russo. Vince Russo got him a booking in JCW, and they've taken off ever since then. And that's why connections are important, but it's also about what you do with those connections. And Choppa City took an opportunity, and here they are. They went to BloodyMania. What are you doing, Eric? Why are you getting upset?
I'm not getting upset. I'm just like, can you get to the fucking match already?
Oh, well, I'm saying Chopper
And let
City.
him give his review.
Yeah, dude, I just got shit on and I had to like talk about me being fat again. You know,
Well, that's
like
Monkey's fault.
I get it. I'm fat. I'm gonna
That's
have
a
a
fat
salad.
joke, god damn it.
I'm gonna have
I'm
a
about to
salad
drop this
tonight.
on your
You
head.
know.
Bam.
All right, go ahead, get to it.
Yeah, Chopper City's great. The Outbreak. Not only do I think they're one of the best tag teams in JCW, they're one of the best tag teams in independent wrestling right now. There's not a lot of tag teams that like you remember in the indies, but the Outbreak, you're gonna remember them when you go home. Like, oh, what'd you think of the show? Those zombies are fucking great. You know, even if you don't know Jackson and Abel, they're still memorable. And I think they have a great thing going for them. I did pick them. I did say they needed this win to have some credibility because at times it feels like they've been a comedy act. So I kind of hope they get less of like the comedy act shtick, like oh I'm addicted to drugs, and I hope that maybe like hopefully we can get like you can still do the drugs thing, but like hulk them up like cocaine hulks up, like I don't really understand why it's a liability that he's a junkie, like he's a dead person who cares. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just think they needed this win, so that's the only one where I'm like, because everyone else, I didn't care who really won because I liked them all. But I was definitely rooting for the Outbreak there. But no disrespect to Chopper City. They've got a great thing going. Yeah, Choppertunity, and they're doing their thing. So putting food on that table.
That was a good pun, Brendan.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself for that one. All right, Anna, your thoughts on Chopper City retaining the JCW tag titles? I know you're pro Outbreak. How do you feel about this?
I was hoping the Outbreak would take it, but unfortunately, no, they didn't. I do like Chopper City. They've grown on me, and they've got a good thing going. And it's been super rare that I've ever said, oh god, there's actually a cool tag team that I like. And Chopper City and Outbreak are one of my two favorite teams, but I'm more Outbreak. I just do hope Outbreak get the tag titles back, they get back on track. The drug stuff, it was entertaining, but I think it's time for them to become the Outbreak that they were meant to be. Take the titles home, and maybe Danny Moe might lead them to victory, or who knows who will lead them. Overall, great match. I was very surprised when Hulk Kane came out and interfered, but I don't mind Chopper City retaining. Let's see what happens for them next. And as for the Outbreak, fingers crossed we get some gold.
I want to make it clear for Chopper City, Bruce Wayans and Antiba, these guys look cool to party with. Like, they're like the life of the party. They look so fucking cool to hang out with. And
Well,
great
in
guys.
honor of cocaine, I brought some Coca-Cola. Thought I was going to pull out drugs on the stream.
that
didn't
was
you?
corny.
In honor of alcoholism, I brought whiskey.
That's
There
what
you
the
go.
rest of this cup is.
Alright, so now speaking of alcoholism, we got... Okay, I thought when Caleb Conley ambushed this promo and called him a fat potato, and you can see Joe Gertner kind of selling that, and you can see Mac Davis trying not to laugh when Caleb called him a fat potato. That shit was funny. But yeah,
Shout
Caleb
out
Conley.
Tommy
So
Halter.
Joe Gertner talks about, his cock and Josh Bishop for a few hours, dragging it longer. Caleb Conley comes in, ambushing the promo, fat potato. There's only one championship that means anything in JCW, and that's his Lunacy World title. And made it clear to Josh Bishop that if he retains at the end of the night, he's going to be coming after him, and they're going to settle this once and for all. So nothing really major here, just planted seeds in the next program here between these two gentlemen. Then we have Violent J coming out and announcing that Caleb Conley is going to be wrestling again back-to-back nights, even though he met the Jack Tunney required 30-day championship match stipulation. But he's forcing him to face a mystery opponent, which we'll find out later in the evening. And we go to the triple threat match for the JCW World Heavyweight Championship. Josh Bishop versus Facade, versus the American champion, Red Love, Father Bronson. Fun match. I think for me, the spot of the night was Facade. You'll see it's included in here.
Friend of the
Climbing that
podcast.
structure.
Red
friend-
Love.
Yeah, Red Love, absolutely.
Enemy of the podcast. Red
Yeah,
Love.
enemy because of Charlie Brown. Different story. I thought the spot of the match is when Facade climbed the lighting structure and did that diving body press. That was pretty cool. But yeah, very fun match. These three beat the hell of each other. Really good stuff. All right, so Ada, since you're an enemy of Father Bronson, your thought?
Right, my thoughts on. Okay, all joking aside, just for 2 minutes, I was surprised Bishop retained because he was at the SummerSlam tryouts, and I thought maybe he would drop the title, maybe to Father Bronson, because right now he's on a bit of a hot streak. But yeah, it looks like he's staying around for a little longer, which is good. Now, we all thought Father Bronson might have been a dual champion here, but I guess not.
No.
I'd say he'll probably continue feuding with Facade. That's what I think. As for Josh, I'd say he and Caleb are going to clash, and they might unify the belts. That's what I think will happen. Apart from that, there was nothing wrong with this match. This match was perfect. Really, really good. And that's rare for me to say about a championship match. It's so rare for me to say I actually enjoyed a championship match for once in my life. The championship matches here were really good, really impressive to watch, and they weren't boring. It was just, good tempo, smooth tempo, which is what I like to see. As for Father Bronson and I, hopefully we can try and reconcile. We can try and, become friends. Maybe we can make this work. Okay. Look, we got off on the wrong foot, but hopefully, Red Love and the Paladin we can coexist. We can be good. Just saying.
Well, to find
It's all
out.
your fault he lost, Paladin.
Yep, so the potato got hit by Facade, as you've seen. That was enough distraction. All right, Eric, I'm going to go to you. Your thoughts on this triple threat match and Josh Bishop retaining the belt?
I saw that coming. My prediction was that Josh Bishop was going to retain. The guy's an absolute fucking machine right now. And I honestly have to say, from a personal standpoint, I feel like WWE would be very stupid not to pick him up. This match was perfect. I mean, he completely manhandled both of them. Like, even when, they tried to take him out at the beginning of the match, he came back in and he just manhandled the entire match. And he kept control of the entire match as well. So, congratulations to him. And, Caleb Connolly, good luck.
Basically, right? And my prediction was wrong. I thought Father Bronson was going to win. So, I got that one wrong as well. Monkey, I'm going to go to you here.
Nah, they were not feeling the red love last night.
No, they were not, unfortunately.
So, a match like this, when you come from the older JCW time period, when you have that in your memory, a match like the one we're talking about now, it's like such a far cry. It's like super fucking impressive to see how far that they've come. Like, if you guys really want to appreciate the growth of JCW, especially in this last year, take an earlier JCW match and put it side by side, like an earlier main event, and put it side by side to the match that we're talking about now. It's completely different. The entertainment is so much better. You have the on the edge of your seat feeling way longer in JCW matches. Before it used to be like comedic. Now yes, they kept the comedy involved, but there's so much more to the wrestling now. There's so much more wrestling style stories now. Like, it's indicative of Vince Russo coming in and adding his 2 cents, and it is very clear and obvious how much has changed since he's been there. It's the wrestlers taking it more seriously. It's the quality of wrestling getting better. And it all really shows in a match exactly like that, bro. Like, you can't. When you see a match like that and you come from an old time period and have that old JCW in your memory, it's so mind blowing to see where they've gotten.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so John, I'm gonna go to you next. Thoughts on the triple threat match and Josh Bishop retaining the belt?
Well, look, in ring skills, I certainly agree with Monkey. Entertainment wise, I'm not sure. It's different types of entertainment because I was laughing my ass off at
That's fair,
the
'cause I
early
was too.
JCW that Brandon was showing. It was definitely more comedy focused, to be fair. Yeah, and also I forgot to mention this during the zombie match, but I'm wondering if they can incorporate it in the future if they're related to the first JCW champion, Evil Dead, who was also undead. And it was reminding me a bit of that whenever they had that corner spot where he was rubbing his ass on the guy. I was like, I can only imagine the commentary that we would have had from Violent J on that.
That's the thing I really miss of the old JCW is the commentary team.
Yeah, ICP was phenomenal back then. That's
Oh, they
all
should
different
absolutely do commentaries on even their current stuff. I feel like it would be hilarious since they can't work as much. They can't really work in ring anymore. That would be hilarious if they brought back their commentary.
3D and Guido. If you're watching this, 3D and Guido, make it happen. They gotta come back.
Absolutely. But no, I mean the match itself. Same thing I said about the women though. It's it was great variety. Not as much in look in this one, but it definitely in style. You had the powerhouse, you had the high flyer, you had the more gymnast type, and I feel like they correctly conveyed that overpowering kind of deal. And it was, because to build like a powerhouse, like a Goldberg, now with this, you gotta like set it up right. You got to do the in-ring work right. It's like a threefold kind of deal where you got to get several aspects because otherwise people are just like, oh, this is boring. He's like overpowered. Like I feel about some other companies right now whenever they try to establish a powerhouse. This one is correctly built. So yeah, no, well executed, I would say.
All right, Dyson, your thoughts on the triple threat World Heavyweight Championship match?
So I like the idea of the triple threat match. It's very standard to the way the women's one was earlier, but the psychology is a bit different in the way that you have two big guys and you have one small guy, kind of a underdog who's using more high flying techniques because he knows that he can't take on Father Bronson and the other guy. I can't remember the other guy's name, and I think it's no disrespect to him because
Josh Bishop.
Josh Bishop. No respect to Josh Bishop. I heard that he was the champion for a long time, and they're running with the story like he never lost the championship and the contract expired or something like that, and he just kept the belt because he never lost. The problem I have with his gimmick is that he's too close to Sid Vicious. It's almost derivative. And I think when people call it boring, it's just, in my mind, I couldn't even think of the guy's name, Josh Bishop, because all I could think was Sid Vicious. That's all that came to my mind. So it is a tad bit derivative. But nonetheless, the dude's a beast. And I agree with Eric. Like, it would be a mistake not to pick him up. I just think that he needs a more original gimmick. And that may be my one criticism of JCW is it is a tad bit derivative. At least with like Cocaine, it's a clever pun on Kane, and it's a clever, sort of twist on the character. And the JWO is basically NWO with clowns. Like, there's ways you could be tasteful with it and not be derivative and not be kind of like what WWE or AEW does now, which is basically just, cash grabbing and cameos and shit that just no different from what your mainstream Hollywood does. And it's just all for, shock value or pops. At least here in JCW, they're having fun. And this match shows it. It shows that, you can, and like with the Cocaine match too, that it shows that you can use the sort of homage gimmicks to elevate that person. But again, I think people like Josh Bishop needs a little bit more of his own spice to make him stand out from someone like a Sid Vicious. Otherwise, it's just going to keep getting a comparison in my brain. Same thing with like Gunther being compared to like Killer Kowalski. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where I just can't get it out of my brain. But nonetheless, the match itself was exciting. It was back and forth. It's very engaging. And I could say that about pretty much all the matches on the show. It's good to see that there's wrestling out there that still keeps you engaged at least this far into the show.
Yeah, it clicked. I mean, what was it? Over 2 hour show? And some of that was like lead in or introduction screen and stuff, but like I think it was over 2 hours of the actual wrestling show.
The music videos, though, in between, like we didn't need that. But
agree.
yeah, get your money. Get your money.
But I understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yes, that-
Isaac, when you're talking about like the little guy versus the big guy, I can't help but think of Rocky 3 when I just see Paulie going, "Don't stand toe to toe with him."
Yeah.
All right, so Tommy, I'm gonna go to you. Your thoughts on the triple threat match with Josh Bishop retaining the belt?
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to 106 viewers on all platforms combined. That's a
Absolutely.
lot of motherfuckers watching, including Mad Mac Davis on Instagram. Shout out Mac Davis.
Hey, Matt Davis.
I know you totally stole my idea with interviewing the zombies because I wanted to do that here on the podcast. I wanted to get Jackson and Abel, and just the whole interview would just be them going.
You just keep asking questions. They make
Yeah.
awkward, like unintelligible noises, and you're just like. So, anyways, moving on to our next
So,
question.
I popped for that, and he's like, "I don't know what the fuck they just said." Like that was funny.
That was
when he
actually
said
a
that.
running gag during the night, though. I feel like him being left confused and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
That had to be right back. If you're watching, was there a rib that's like, here we go, action? That really, yeah, dude.
that was great. As pertaining Josh Bishop, Mad Mac Davis in the house, yes sir. Hell yeah, dude! Shout out him on the YouTube side. Got to get those YouTube numbers up, baby.
We gotta get you on next month, Mac. We're working on
Yeah,
it.
man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, as pertaining to Josh Bishop, like, I don't really think him looking like Sid Vicious is gonna be a big deterrent for him. You know, like I get it, the old G's are gonna be like, oh, that looks like someone from the '90s, but a lot of the younger guys, you know, Gen Z, if you will, we're not gonna remember Sid Vicious, you know, unless we play a video game and he's like a downloadable character, like. You know, or we go back and watch some of the vaults of the WCWs and the WWF days.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think, you know, saying that you look like this powerhouse from the old '90s era, like that's a compliment to Bishop. So I don't think, you know, any of us mean any disrespect when we say that. It's definitely a compliment.
Yeah, I wasn't
And,
being disrespectful when I said it. I was just pointing out.
and it's not that I don't do my homework. It's just that, you know, the mainstream audience, they're not going to do their homework. I do my homework because this is my fucking hobby. And, you know, I made a podcast out of talking about pro wrestling. So obviously I know who he is. But what I'm trying to say is good shit, Bishop retaining. I was disappointed for Father Brunson because, you know, we got some of that red love and I was rooting for him to win that. I think, you know, Bronson finally lost, but he didn't take the pin. Facade took the pin, didn't he? Or am I
Yeah,
confused?
Facade, no, you're right, because he hit with the exit 187, and Facade ended up taking the pin, because Father Bronson was selling that
Okay.
Sabu move that
And
Facade
Bronson still kept his belt because his belt wasn't on the line.
did. Yeah, it
just
wasn't like-
Bishop's.
yeah.
He said
So
that during
I
the
do
show,
agree
yeah.
with Paladin. They're gonna unify probably a new belt, or at least, you know, put them both on the line, and whoever wins, that one's the legit one. If they don't have
Yeah.
a new belt, but yeah, they're gonna unify that. So I think Caleb Conley or whoever Caleb Conley loses to, and before that happens, is gonna face Bishop. And, you know, Facade, he's a great helping hand, someone you definitely want on your roster. I know we talked about some of his riskier spots and, like, hey, put food on the table, but please take care of yourself because we love having you on JCW Weekly. You know, we'd hate for you to do a death match and we never see you again, you know? So, but other than that, the guy is amazingly agile. He's a high flyer, definitely put in another dimension of that match when you already have two big guys and Brunson and Bishop. Yeah, Facade was that speedster, that guy who could pick up the pace of the match at times with bigger guys. You know, we could do all the explosive power bombs and all that, but you know, there's 15 minutes you need to fill up of, you know, walking around and stuff, and those high stamina guys, you need them to carry that match a lot. So yeah, he made both of them look better, so I thought it was great. Shout out Bishop.
Hell yeah. All right, Ana, your thoughts on the triple threat match?
Did I give my thoughts already?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wrong one. Okay, then we go to the back, and we got Mac Davis interviewing Gail Kim. It is revealed she's going to be the special guest referee for the JCW women's title match of Code Kane and Danny Moe. And speaking of, okay, Eric, this is your opportunity. You said you wanted to take some jabs at Barnabas, the stepdad, and all that good stuff. So, Eric, I'm going to go to you first. Thoughts of the
Well, I
match?
mean, yeah, like this didn't go his way. He now no longer has control of the outbreak. But Hokane turned on him also. She's no longer his adopted daughter. Maybe she wanted to get stuck in the dryer. Maybe she wanted to get bent over, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe she watched a few of them videos.
Okay, just remember the thought. I gotta explain
Fucking
back. Okay,
Christ, what is wrong with
hang
you?
on. So, back to explain, we had Barnabas on last month, and when Eric was at the Columbus tapings, they got together. Okay, when you come on the show, we're gonna do this bit where I'm making fun of you about this. So they worked it out before we had him.
No, it's not a bit. It's not a bit.
Oh, it's a
ain't
shoot.
bit.
My bad. It's a shoot. It's a shoot. Okay, never mind. Kayfabe.
Fucking
So,
Mark.
yeah, my bad. And Eric decides.
Hey, this
to-
is unreal. Why are we giving away the backstage? You know, like they haven't
Richard
earned that.
Magno with the Haley,
I gotta be
no.
AJ Styles here.
Jesus.
I gotta be AJ Styles here and say they haven't earned the backstage access yet. Okay?
Now everybody
bro,
knows
nah.
wrestling's a work,
Okay,
but
so- okay,
those guys
sorry,
have to be
Matt,
a little gay.
I got kayfabe. My bad. It was a work though. Okay, so Diasec, your thoughts on this match?
It's another engaging women's match. Actually, I think it's better than the three-way match
It was.
from earlier.
It was.
And yeah, I'm not familiar with Danny Moe, and I heard the commentators talk about how Hokane was just somebody they plucked out of the audience, and I've actually been very intrigued by the story that they had with Hokane and Barnabas, and particularly the Eric thing that happened a couple weeks ago was funny. The more I think about that, the more I can't get it out of my head. I'm
Help
just
me,
like,
stepdad. I'm stuck in the dryer.
So,
Tommy, where's that
Too funny, too funny.
I'm not surprised that Danny Moe won. I was pretty much thinking that she was going to retain. I was not expecting Hokane to turn on Barnabas like that, but I also kind of saw like there's like a part of me that's like, yeah, I saw it coming, but a part of me that wasn't expecting it, so I kind of went like, oh shit, when it happened. So that was fun, and
it seemed a little soon.
Yeah, I felt a little soon. Yeah, and Gail Kim coming in, taking that bump, and giving Eat the Feet. That's some good, I guess what's the word? I'm looking
Fanfare.
for?
Fanfare.
Yeah.
Part of it to your soul is like
fanfare,
a million bucks.
fanfare,
Good sell
yeah.
job. Absolutely.
Reminded me
Good
of
sell
Scott
there,
Hall in
too. Good
WrestleMania, the way he
sell.
was bouncing Barnabas just now. I mean,
Yeah, and here's the finish, the twist of fate. I forgot what she calls
I
it.
love that she's got the twist of fate as a finish, dude.
And she retains the women's championship. Okay, Monkey, I'm gonna go to you next. Your thoughts
See,
on
this
this match?
it's gonna be a fucking copy almost of what Diza just said, but this is honestly, it's a real not just that it's a really good women's wrestling match, but like Barnabas makes this shit better.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's so much entertainment value in this shit. Like I don't know who's writing this story. I don't know if it's like a combination of Vince and Barnabas. I don't know if Barnabas took the lead on this, but this is like one of the more entertaining things that's happening. Like
I know
every
was
week
Violent
this
J.
evolves into some crazy stupid shit, dude. Like, what were you saying, Tommy? My bad.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Violent J's openly said he created the outbreak.
Oh, so this is Jay. Yeah, makes sense.
So this is probably Jay's work.
This
here.
is probably Jay writing with
like zombies, like I said, Outbreak first JCW champion, or not Outbreak,
and that's
fucking
impressive
Evil Dead,
because
excuse me.
this is one of the better things going on in JCW right now. So like,
Yeah,
that's
I recommend.
impressive.
I recommend that Chris Jericho interview he did with Violent J. That
It's
was
really good. Highly recommend it as well. Okay, so Tom, I'll go to you next thing. Your thoughts on this match? Hokane did not win. Daniel is still the
This shit at the end,
JCW
yo.
championship.
Yeah, I like how the
Fuck you,
commentary.
You should have fucked me in the ass.
Okay, what the
What?
fuck, dude? You had your time, Eric.
Go ahead.
Hey, I don't what. Barnabas. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I don't even know.
Should have fucked her in the ass, Barnabas.
We'd love to have you back.
Love to have you
Maybe.
back.
No, we need to have him back. Because now I've got questions. He was so fucking confident He was so
He's-
fucking confident about this team and his control over it and his
Okay.
influence. And look at all this.
All
I'll
right.
hit him up later.
All right. Can I give you my review?
Go ahead.
So I like that the commentary team was really good at telling the story about who Cocaine was, where she came from, and they cleaned up a lot of the plot holes for some people who are just tuning in. Like, they don't know who she is, why is she addicted to coke, what's her deal, right? And I think it's Joe Dombrowski,
Zach and Miko.
Zach Amico, and who's the chick?
There's
Xena,
Beta Scott.
Veda, yeah. I don't know why I went Xena. It's Veda. But yeah, so they do a great job commentary and telling the story, and I like how at times where clearly Danny Moe's technically the better wrestler, you know, they would say like, oh well, this is Hokane's first official match, but this isn't her first fight, like. Just little things like that add to her aura and her character. It's like, yeah, this chick is a brawler. Like, she doesn't care if she gets hurt in this fight, as long as she does some damage back, And I definitely it put her over, even though she lost. She got over with the crowd, and it's one of those stories. Like, even though you're losing, you're still going over. Because yeah, Danny's the veteran, fan favorite, well established in the indies, not just JCW, but like. The girl's, I don't know, she's got lots of followers on her Instagram alone, like, someone who's not in the mainstream, anyone who's in the underground wrestling scene knows who Danny Moe is. And, shout out to her, still our women's champion. And, I think she's a great, face of the company because, yeah, she does remind me of like Alita, Jeff Hardy had a baby. It would be Danny Moe,
Okay. Interesting comparison. All right, John, up to you. Your thoughts on Danny Moe retaining the championship and I guess the falling out between stepdad and stepdaughter.
Well, look, Cocaine, I know it's tough whenever, tough housing market and everything. If you need a place to stay, I'm just saying. But anyways, we got a great breakup of many things from Barnabas here. And
John shooting a shot with Cocaine was not on my bingo card, bro.
look, I'm just
Didn't
being
have
a nice
that one
guy.
in the docket today at all, bro.
Well, John, you got good taste.
I wasn't perverted at all,
Yeah, definitely. A girl named Hokane. That's good taste.
Yes, I'm not
Not on
dissing
her
it.
end. I meant me.
Yeah, bring her back to mom. Your mom would love to meet your new girlfriend, Cocaine,
It
Joe.
comes from the mask with face. Oh, we're getting off track here. Okay, John, your thoughts on the match here.
I support women. Anyways,
Support.
it's call me White Knight Gets. Anyways, but no, I think it was just a great match. I'm not gonna be a sexist like some other people say. Oh, it's a great women's match. I'm just gonna say it's a great match because I view everybody equally. Anyways,
Dang.
Oh, sorry, I emphasized.
Trophies in the mail, John.
there you go.
fire.
There you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it was really good storyline wise. I mean, Barnabas being what is this 2 weeks in a row where he's tried to woman beat. First time successfully, second time not so much.
Yeah.
I like that JCW will play into like angles that people either would shy away from because it's like too rated R or whatever. With how he led into this match. You're not gonna have that scene on another program on publicly traded company, we'll say. But
Yeah.
so that's the benefit of like having a creative direction that you're willing to do more risque kind of scenes like that. And it makes for a better storyline, I feel like, because it created heat for this match, and so it made it more cathartic whenever he does lose everything because he was a damn evil bastard, whatever that was last week or 2 weeks ago, I forget. But whenever he beat her down, but yeah, it was a really fun match. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, if you would just
Yeah.
poke them in the butt.
Okay, Eric, I'm not sure how everything always comes back to butts with you, but you need.
Wait. I have a conspiracy theory. Okay, so Eric, at the last stream on RTC, you're asking me during the AEW Dynamite, what's up with the butt stuff with me? I've been asking the same question.
What you gonna do when your butt comments come back on you?
He's got a point. He's got a point. So if there's
I mean,
something
look,
you need to
I'm
tell
just
us, Eric.
saying. I'm just saying, she seemed a little frustrated, and I think maybe if he would have let her get struck in the dryer 1 or 2 times, then maybe she wouldn't be so pissed off with him.
How Vince McMahon of you.
Eric, I want you to do me a favor on this next mute, okay? And listen
What?
closely. I want you to reanalyze what you just said, and I want you to take 5 minutes and tell me if you should have said that on airwaves, okay?
Would you shut the fuck up?
Oh, who was that? What?
All right. And your thoughts on this match, and I guess Barnabas lost his tag team and his stepdaughter. All in one night.
All right. Okay. I did enjoy this match. Very good. It'd be interesting to see now where they take Danny Moe and the Outbreak. Could it lead to the Outbreak finally getting the tag team titles back? Here's hoping. Barnabas losing everything. He did a great sell of him, like just his whole world falling apart. He lost his so-called new daughter. Hulk Kane has left him, and he was just left in a heap in the ring. Sorry, Eric. Eric,
I know a lot of terrible foster families that have their daughters longer than that. Jesus, dude.
Right. Anyway, hopefully, storyline wise for Hulk Kane, she might go back to Cocaine. I don't know what exactly they'll do with her. I'll just have to wait and see. But this combination of the Outbreak and Danny Moe will be very interesting to see. But overall, a good match, and I was not one bit disappointed.
All right, then we go to the back again with Mac Davis talking to Caleb Conley, and in my opinion, he had the line of the night here. So
Champion who's got his panties in a knot. What the hell's going on?
panties in the knot. So you can see Caleb is not really thrilled that Mac said he's got his panties in the knot. Caleb's not happy that he found that he's got to work again. He's got to have another championship events and back-to-back nights. And he's bitching about, Vince has his phone shut off past 7 o'clock. And at the end of the night, he's still going to be the JCW Lunacy Champion. Then we go to the match. James Murfield, the mystery opponent, is the father-to-be,
Love it.
Mr. Happy. And we go to a JCW title match again. Caleb Conley versus Mr. Happy. You see, he fell down like a sack of shit. And this is good. And there you go, another sack of shit. Yeah, so, but unfortunately, I love Caleb Conley, but there was a part of me was hoping Mr. Happy would win the belt. I thought that would have been hysterical. But Jasmine had to get involved, fake contractions, and Caleb took the advantage of the distraction, went over, and retained the championship. Okay, so I'm going to go with you, John, first about this one.
Oh, I love Mr. Happy. It's the most hilarious. I love that character. And I love the fact that I was mentioning like selling powerhouses earlier. Like, this is how you sell a big guy wrestling. This is how you do a protected kind of finish. He got distracted. It was in storyline. It enhances, whenever she comes in and says that and does like the fake, like I'm going to pop the baby out and stuff. It was a great finish, I thought. Like, where it was like a little bit gimmicky, but like it was gimmicky in a way that worked, in a way that was like not cheap. I feel like it was well set up, and it's like silly, but it's wrestling silly, and it's like appropriate for wrestling. I feel like.
Yeah, WWE can't do it like this. Like they should, but they can't.
Oh yeah, and I mean he does a hell of a job, considering the weight that he is at, to be able to move like relatively well like he does. Like that is a seriously impressive shit in the ring. I feel like.
Yep. Here she comes forging, and she admitted she did a crime forging signature on the papers.
Yeah, I like how she admits to forging his signature on like the
Good job.
Yes, yeah.
It's not I have these documents that you signed, like keeping up like the facade. No, she just says like I forged your signature.
Right there. Yeah, sound the belly. Sound the belly.
Water's breaking.
Water's breaking. Get the mop out. Then Caleb sees it, rolls him up, and gets the 1, 2, 3, and retains the championship. I didn't include it here, but I thought the spot of the match is where Caleb had his teddy bear hostage, and he threw it down, and you hear the Juggalos go, "You fucked up, dude." And you saw Mr. Happy like want to kill this man. I've got
The great announcing job throughout the whole show too, because like they had several spots that were cracking me up. I mean, I mentioned the suck his dick thing earlier where they were playing into it, like good improv. Because there's one thing to do pre-scripted things, but it's another thing to be able to adapt to the moment, adapt to the crowd and everything, both for wrestlers and for the announcers. They were doing a good job, and they did it a lot during this match, is why I mention it now, where they're just like, possibly not the best idea to get that man mad. He does have, he's got that smiling facade, but he's got I think it's like they called it like a Cheshire cat smile, where there's some mischief behind it or something for Mr. Happy, yeah.
Yeah. Or it's they said it's kind of like a mean streak behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that.
Yeah, especially when you fuck with his teddy bear. All right, now, Dyson, I'm going to go to you next. Your thoughts on this impromptu title match and Caleb Conley retaining his Lunacy Championship?
Yeah, I'm going to repeat a lot of what John said, but I will just say it is nice to see a big guy be able to move like that, but God, that motherfucker's fat. I just, no disrespect, but
yeah, we want you to be around for a while.
What?
We want him to be around for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, the character's funny. It's a nice little. It's one of those. It's like a comedy character that has a dark side, and so you never really know when they're going to snap. And so having that go up against the arrogant Caleb Conley was nice in terms of like you have this. I want to say like not an imbecile, but like I guess that would be right. Like he's not super intelligent, but he has an intelligence that we don't understand. And so then you had Jasmine come out, fake the pregnancy to distract him, was kind of a foil to give you a finish that's believable, because otherwise Mr. Happy probably would have won, because Caleb couldn't really knock him down, couldn't get him to a point where he could actually defeat him. So that they needed that distraction in order to essentially give Caleb Conley the win. And so the athleticism of Caleb balanced nicely with the big man style of Mr. Happy, and it was good to see that Mr. Happy could compete with him athletically, because otherwise it would have been kind of a dude bouncing off a brick wall, and that's not as entertaining as the brick wall fighting back. So yeah.
Okay, Tommy, I'm going to go to you next. Thoughts on the match and Caleb Conley retaining the championship.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning this match was a bit of a surprise opponent for Caleb Conley, because the night before on Lunacy, there was a swerve, and we had the championship match with Kerry Morton and Caleb Conley on Lunacy instead of on BloodyMania. And so, because Caleb Conley retains, that was an amazing match too. I suggest rewatching Lunacy too if you haven't, just for shits and giggles. Even if you know what happens. But I think Caleb Conley is a professional, and yeah, he made Mr. Happy look really good. He made him look really strong. And that's another thing about building big guys. They only look as good as their opponents allow them to look. It's when you see sumo wrestlers, it's not all that exciting when two guys are going mano a mano. It's very rough and slow, and it's a lot of power moves. But when you're cooperating, and Caleb Conley is a great dancing partner, if you will, there's a lot he can do for Mr. Happy to make him look good. Whereas, if you just did Mr. Happy versus Beastman, they're two huge powerhouses, but they're limited because they both kind of have the same move set. And so I think it was good to showcase Mr. Happy, put him over a little bit, because he is just kind of known as that fat dude. But he has lost a lot of weight. If you watch some of the older ones, he has lost a lot of weight. As a fellow Chud Chungus myself, I can appreciate that. And guys are just blunt with each other. We were talking about Nia Jax the other day, and how people were coming to her defense, and that's cool and that's great, heartwarming. But guys, if someone calls me fat, nobody's coming to my defense, and nobody's, you're not gonna hear EC3 talking about, you guys should really stop body shaming Tommy, nobody's
join
doing
in.
it.
EC3 join in.
Yeah, EC3 is gonna join in and body shame me some more. So, it's not personal with Mr. Happy. It's just the way it is for us fellas. Life's a little more rugged. So yeah, shout out Mr. Happy. Shout out Caleb Conley. Great match.
All right, Monkey, I'm gonna go to you next. Thoughts on this impromptu championship match?
I like fat people that can move. That's my favorite thing in the world. My two favorite things in wrestling are the women and the fat people. I don't like your average regular Roman Reigns looking type motherfucker. Give me a fat dude that can fly around the ring. I don't really know too much about the because I didn't catch the shit before it, so I didn't know what the storyline was. But just because I need to support my fat people, Mr. Happy should have that belt, bro. All right.
Okay, all right. All right, Aina, I'm gonna go to you next. Thoughts on the impromptu championship match?
All right. Okay. As a big man for Mr. Happy, that's impressive. That he's actually able to move around like that. Obviously, I've seen a lot of big men in the business. Growing up. I've seen like Viscera, who's very athletic. Vader, who was very athletic. Bam Bam Bigelow was very athletic. Even due to like their size, yeah, they were able to do impressive moves. I mean, even the Big Show, he was kind of getting a bit heavy as I saw him, but he was still able to do a few moves that were incredible. But in terms of like weight loss and all that, I think when we're talking about Nia Jax, it was great. She looks fantastic and she looks in good shape. And I'm dieting myself at the moment because I do feel heavy. I'm slightly fat, so I have to kind of reduce my weight because I don't want this weight crushing my back. Because with my family history, I have very bad backs. I could talk to you about the surgeries that some of my family members have had to have, especially my older brother. He had to get like bolts in his back, and he'll be doing exercises with his back for the rest of his life. It's not going to change.
Did he create a back problem from being overweight? I feel like that's important.
He wasn't overweight, but I think a doctor found something wrong with his back because he had felt a bit of pain most of the time. So he did go in for surgery, and it's been over a year, and he's doing great. He's never been better. Yeah, he's never been better. And I'm doing the same with the weight loss. I'm doing good at the moment. I drink plenty of water, and I do drink some like straight black coffee. I may not like the taste at the moment, but I'm getting used to it.
You know what you need? You need sweeteners, bro. If you're gonna,
Double
if you
cream
don't
sugar.
want to do sugar, get a 0-calorie sweetener.
I don't put sugar in my coffee anymore. I actually even my tea, I don't put it in. Got sick of it. I might put like a drop of honey in my tea. That's
Or
all I
honey,
really
yeah.
have. Yeah.
It's way better.
But in terms of Mr. Happy, yeah. But I do hope. I don't know. I'd say he'd have to lose the weight sooner rather than later because I do want him around, personally. I did have a very good feeling Jasmine St. Clair was going to interfere in the match. I was just like, I know Caleb is going to somehow get his way out of this. And he did. He focused on the distraction, but it didn't make Mr. Happy look weak. He outwitted the big man. Yeah, he has all this like big mass and power, but it takes up here to win. And I was talking this about you, Brendan. That guy has porno music, for fuck's sake. This guy has porno music. I can just envision if I was like watching a porno film, this music playing in the background. Just I'm like, is that Caleb Conley's music? What the fuck? It's like anytime I'm hearing it, I'm like, anytime I hear it, I'm like, were you in porn, sir?
Wait,
I'm just
were you talking about Caleb Conley?
I was talking about his theme music. I'm like, has he been in porn? Is there something you're not telling us? I mean, Just out of curiosity, what type?
Wrap it up, Paladin.
Sorry, sorry,
Wrap it
sorry.
up.
Out of curiosity, never mind.
I would probably say.
Overall,
Hold on,
overall,
Chris. You just got here. Hold on.
yeah,
Alright.
I'll finish up. I'll finish up. Overall, fun match. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I was about to say I would agree with you. I would agree with you, Paladin. He does need to change his theme, Caleb Conley.
The opposite. I love his theme song. I listen to it quite a bit. It's very catchy. Eric, your thoughts on this impromptu championship match and Caleb Conley retaining the Lunacy Heavyweight Championship?
I thought it was a fun match. Also, I kind of figured Jasmine St. Clair was going to end up interfering and causing Mr. Happy to lose. I have to also agree with Paladin, though. His music sounds like something I would hear in a Brazzers video.
It always comes back to Brazzers with the.
Yeah, you're
Ratsu.
Okay, what would it be better if I say Vixens, Pornhub, like RedTube, like what?
Oh, I know all of those. I know all of those.
I was a very lonely high schooler, okay?
I gotta agree with Eric on this one.
They're still around.
Wait, I got it. So it'll be Caleb Connolly's entrance music with Hokane and Barnabas working out their differences.
all full circle.
Stay away from cocaine.
My boy Dax up in Canada.
I can kind of, now that you say it, yeah.
I'm gonna stop there.
Hey, that
I
shit
lo-
was
I love
hot.
it.
That shit
No,
was
I
hot.
love it. Theme song is fucking catchy. Okay, Chris, since you got here, your thoughts on the Caleb Conley Mr. Happy match?
You're late. You're fired.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Anyways, what I thought about the match, I thought it was all right though. Like, I'm glad that Caleb won though. And I think what Paladin said. Now looking back though, that was kind of really clever though. Like how Mr. Happy had somehow tried to overrun the guy though. It's kind of clever.
Well, okay, now clever. Yeah, I was great bring that. Eric knows dogfart.com, doesn't he? Well, Eric, do you know that before I go to the main
No.
event?
No,
Okay,
I
good,
did not.
'cause
Liar!
if you
You
did-
fucking lying ass.
If you know
liar.
this, we would have to have a come to Jesus talk off air. I'm all for.
I don't even know it. So if you know it, you got issues.
Look, let's not say come to Jesus right after he just is talking about
shut
that.
Right, moving on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Moving
Forgive
on.
them, Lord, for they do not know.
Moving on. Forgive me, Lord. All right, we go backstage with Team Luciano family. We got Cruel, Big Vito, Vincenzo, Salad Boy sticking his tongue out like it's Gene Simmons, Donovan Dijak, and a tall motherfucker, Painful Paul. Vito hypes up his team, saying he's going to kick the JW's ass, and he's just bragging that he's got a team that's unstoppable, unbeatable. Vito gives Salad Boy shit for not wearing a jacket, and you can see they're starting to have some words with
You're
each
never
other.
ready.
Never ready. And Vito, and also from GC last night or Lunacy the night before, GCW again showed up for back-to-back nights. Nick Gage, Brad Lauderdale, Sicko, and the other two, and they would also get
No,
rid of those.
and I got some shit. People are like, "Oh, why are you reacting like that? Like it wasn't announced that Brett Lauderdale was gonna be there." I'm like, "Bro, I'm making a reaction video. Like, what do you want me to do? You know, please
They want you
show
to be
me
like
how to do a
Denise.
reaction video."
Yeah, I'll tell you, be fake like Hollywood Denise Salcedo. You want to be fake like her. That's
And my reaction was genuine because I didn't read the fucking Twitter blogs all day. I didn't know Brett Lauderdale was supposed to be there. I know he was on the previous JCW, Lunacy. I know that, and it wasn't I was ignorant to that they were gonna do something, but it was still a genuine reaction. People are just fucking haters, bro. Like I don't know. That's all.
Speaking of haters, okay, before we go into the main event, I want to address some of the Hokane and Danny Mo match. I did see some comments saying, "Oh, they call it BloodyMania, but they can't have blood." Well, for those that know their shit, well, no, Missouri, along with Kentucky, has a very strict athletic commission. So for combat sports like wrestling and all that stuff, they can't get blood. Because what happens if they go ahead and do it and go against the rules? They're gonna get fined. They're gonna get kicked out of Missouri, or both.
Lose their
Not as much
licensing.
people know their shit. Sorry, what was that, Monkey?
People don't know their shit, he said.
Oh, that's true. So I wanted
No,
to-
he said they'd lose their license.
They'd lose their licensing.
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and
Huh.
they would. So most.
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, I remember you telling me that. God, I never knew that there were certain states in America that be very strict about certain things.
Yeah, very.
Like another piece of knowledge is I'm pretty sure that commission has to be very strict about things like pile drivers, because
I don't know about the head stuff, but blood stuff, yeah, they're very strict. So yeah, Vito's talking shit to the Juggalos. Your classic, wipe that shit off your face. He tells the Juggalos get gonorrhea all day, and just talking shit, usual stuff. And Team JWO come out, and
I mean,
it's
amazing suit. We got to talk about Vito's suit. That suit's not cheap. That
Nice
suit
tie.
looks great.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Certainly hope nobody
Yeah.
steals that one.
Yeah, that tie looks way more expensive than the one that bum stole. You know, he definitely upgraded for Bloody Mania. So did Cruel. Cruel had a new looking mask with some gold on it as well.
Yeah.
Just wanted to mention that.
So we got Team JWO, which is EC3, Too Tough Tony, Willie Mack, Ruffo, and Jeeves versus Team Vito, which is represented by Cruel, Painful Paul, Donovan Dijak, Agenso, and Sally Boy. As the main event of Bloody Mania 19, it is a no DQ Survivor Series elimination match. And I thought this was fun and a fun main event, back and forth. I do wish this was a tiny bit longer in terms of the length, but overall, I thought this was fun. Like, because she didn't know, okay, is there going to be a swerve? I read comments on the live stream. There was some juggalos who were predicting EC3 was going to turn heel and join Vito. There was some people who were thinking that might happen. Overall, fun. I enjoyed it. I love the swerve here in the end there that you'll guys see here shortly. Painful Paul, if you guys remember earlier in the night, was seen leaving Jay's bus. He's JWO for life. Like, I popped when he got involved and tore the shirt off wearing JWO, and seeing him choke slamming Vito, and also seeing Shaggy coming back and, with Violent J and punching Vito.
Wait, yo, who's playing a fucking TV
That was
show?
awesome to
Well,
see.
What?
I hear audio.
Oh
that's-
yeah, I hear that too. Yeah.
Not me. But overall,
Eric, are
fun
you
match.
playing a cartoon behind you or something?
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to Eric, you first. Your thoughts on the main event? Oh, one thing I forgot to say here: GCW got evicted again because they hopped in and they fought until they got thrown out. But yeah, go ahead, Eric.
No, I thought this was a fun match, and I love the fucking swerve at the end where, what was it?
Painful
where, yeah, where Painful Paul ended up actually switching teams. Like, I thought it was a really good swerve, honestly.
Alright, Chris, I'll go to your thoughts on the main event. Okay, he's not here. Alright, Diazin, I'll go to you.
So the 5-on-5 is always fun. I like when there's multi-man matches. I don't know if that's just me being a wrestling mark, but it's one of my guilty pleasures is multi-man matches like that. And so yeah, one thing that I noticed right here, I think you're about to see, they do a double pinfall. I don't know how that's legal, but I guess they let it slide. But I like how it goes to the last man, which is EC3, I think. Going up against the Giants. Vito has a fucking killer team with Cruel, Dijak, and Painful Paul. That's like, there's no way you're losing with that team. So they needed something to give a kind of a swerve. I do think now I missed when Painful Paul was coming out of Violent J's bus at the earlier on in the show. I missed that. So the swerve was a little bit more of a surprise for me. But seeing that was sort of a foreshadowing moment. I think it telegraphed it a little bit and became a little bit obvious, particularly when Violent J was on commentary talking about it. So it wasn't as much of a surprise when you look at it from the context of that. But whenever I saw it, I was with the chat. I was thinking EC3 was going to turn, but no. Painful Paul came out and did it. And again, this is another criticism I have, and I'm not hating. I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but like, it did remind me of Paul White in the NWO a little bit derivative. But again, there's a fine line between, derivative and something that's kind of fun and pays homage to it. But still, the ending, everybody was happy with the JWO, in the ring. And we had just, it's one of those like, okay, we had a big show. had a nice little ending, fan service. I like when fans are happy. I like when I see people are satisfied, and the match was just fun in general. So, I mean, it's good to see when people are happy with stuff.
Hell yeah. Okay, Monkey, I'm gonna go to you next.
I like watching EC3 work, bro. I'm just sitting here watching him go through shit. He hasn't missed a beat, bro. Like, it's fucking hilarious. I have like kind of like the same opinion towards multi-man matches. Like these things are a lot of fun to watch because I like the mayhem of it. This spot right here, I'm so glad that it came up when I started talking because this is like my favorite spot. The thumbtack spot. Like, of course, it's a classic. But yeah, dude, I feel like this was everything that you're looking for in a fucking main event, even down to the swerve, the surprise at the end, just everything about it was what you wanted to get out of a main event, and everybody seemed very happy. Plus, when they go out into the crowd, you got a lot of crowd participation too. Like, really well done, dude. But man, dude, just seeing EC3 work crazy, dude. Like, I like watching. I like watching the older guys still get it.
Hell yeah. All right, Aiden, I'm gonna go to you next. Your thoughts on the main event?
Okay, this main event was very, very good. It could have gone a little longer. I agree with you there, Brendan, that it could have gone a little longer. The swerve at the end, that was very good. Painful Paul revealing himself as a JWO member. Very interesting to see Dijak there, or was it, what do we call him in No, Jack Offadick, yeah. That's what the TJRPs call him. Yeah. It's nice to see him. Nice to see him in JCW. I found it very hilarious when Vito had nowhere to go, and then he just ended up getting chokeslammed in the middle of the ring. It's now going to be interesting to see which member of the Luciano family they will choose to be with them for the next 30 days. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this match.
Hey, we got Too Tough Tony in the Instagram chat. Says, "Sup fam, he lost the whole person." I guess he's talking about Mr. Happy's weight loss there. What's up, Too Tough Tony, man?
Hey,
On the Instagram side, sorry, I
I
don't.
thought he was talking about Vito losing a whole person last night.
No, those chats don't pop up on the StreamYard side, unfortunately. So I just now saw it.
Instagram doesn't do that. They have a pretty bad integration for StreamYard.
Yeah, but shout out to Tough Tony, man.
Absolutely. All right, so John, I'm gonna go to you next. Your thoughts on the main event?
But overall, I'll just give a quick summary. So overall, 5-on-5 usually it's not my biggest cup of tea, but still gets a thumbs up.
All right, John, take it away. Your thoughts on the main event, my friend.
Well, I normally like a Survivor Series match. I like how they stacked the odds, where it was like 4-on-1 at one point, and then he's gradually, because it really puts him over them to like survive that shit. And then you get the betrayal as well to not make it so unbelievable. You can't overpower him. You can't do, Hulk in the initial WCW run where it's like, all right, now we've had 2-on-8 and they still won. Yeah. So you're not killing the heels, but you're also giving them a victory. And it's not like you made the good guys bad or anything. You just had it work out. They played a little bit dirty, but that kind of goes with the team. It's not. It still made sense in the storyline as well as being like a clever little swerve right there at the end. And it was set up beforehand. It wasn't just something that was thought of at the drop of a hat. And then I love the comeuppance for Vito. Friend of the show, except for Eric.
Right.
But well, I was just saying he's not very friendly towards you. But yeah, it's true. You got the zombies off you, and you got the mafia off you now because he's losing a member of the mob. He's got bigger things to think about, and the zombies lost. Barnabas lost control of him. So yeah, but I love the ending here. Yeah, whenever he's trapped, he sees him at the entrance. He does a great job acting it out. And then we get a little bit of, Violent J and Shaggy getting to kick the shit out of him finally. I also like how he does that, the jacket removal. And it's like, he's kind of like, shit. Well, I'm going to go out swinging, basically, is all this is, where he's just like, you know what? I'm going to go out like a man. I got to face the music here.
Well, now, like that's gangster right there, accepting his
Oh, yeah.
fate. So this
Yep.
is badass to see. All right, Chris, your thoughts on the main event if you're there?
Can I go after Chris? I think
Yeah.
he wanted to go last, but I haven't
Oh,
gone
you want to
yet.
go this? Okay, I must have missed that. Okay, Tommy, then you go. Oh no, Chris is here, I guess.
Are you here, Chris? Because you can go if you want to.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I thought the main event though, like, it was alright though, like the whole like 5-on-5 match though, like it was pretty nice though, like to see the whole thing come together, the story coming to an end, like between like the JWO, the Lucianos, and yeah. And I also like the fact that they brought in like Painful Paul though, like I've seen the previous episode of Lunacy before Bloody Mania. And I was quite surprised by the guy though. I could probably see Painful Paul being like a future world champion. So
Yeah, 'cause he was at JCW when Lunacy got started in NWA. If I remember, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, he also was working in All Japan Pro Wrestling for a little while there.
Yes.
Especially, I got my facts right about the guy. So the guy gets around. Like, Painful Paul, tall bastard's got a great look. Like, he looks cool. And if this is going to be the JWO lineup currently, look out. That's all I got to say. Look the fuck out. Yeah, good celebration here. All right, Tommy, take it away.
Yeah, man. If you guys made it this far, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But besides the shameless plug, I will say, uh, Booker of the Year. I think Violent J is really taking himself and JCW more seriously, and in return, the wrestling media has taken them more seriously. Um, And he talks about that in his interview with Chris Jericho, how they didn't really get a lot of respect, even though they were selling out the same amount of tickets that MLW might sell, or that OVW might sell. They're basically making the same amount of money, if not equal to. And I think all they were missing was just that respect, and also, but their content didn't really resonate with outside audiences. And this really resonates. If you're an old wrestling fan, you're gonna recognize some people. The 5-on-5 matchup specifically, I'm a fan of it. I always liked getting weird super teams, oddballs. You never know who's gonna work together, who's not gonna work together, and we got a classic betrayal in the tag team now. Yeah, and we got the Giant. And I agree, he does look like Big Show from WCW. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with that guy. So it wasn't like a big deal for me that he was on the team. He was definitely intimidating. Like, I was like, oh, okay, they got Vito's. I think Dizek said it is like Vito's team is fucking stacked, and it was. And now I'm like a little curious what they do with Vito now, because he was like the big bad villain of the series, and he was like what do you do after you kill Gus Fring in Breaking
Right.
Bad? It's like, where do we go from here now? Because Vito's plans have been foiled. He got his ass whooped. I don't necessarily want him to be off TV, but maybe they can do
They got to do
something.
something to rebuild him as the attack.
Yeah, like maybe now he goes on a redemption arc where nobody likes him, so he has to start apologizing and righting some of his wrongs, and then that'll lead to like a baby face turn. Um, we have a theory.
I have a conspiracy theory. Before we wrap it up here, do you remember when we had Vito on earlier in the year? He made the comment to us: if Vito turned babyface in JCW, it'll be the biggest babyface turn in JCW history. And so I'm going with this. Who is showing up again a year later? GCW, because Vince brought them in. So could this be the beginning of not only another invasion angle a year later, since
Like a
Vince brought
mutiny.
GCW in, and this is going to make Vito stand up for JCW and turning him face.
I like it. Maybe you could have a little
conspiracy theory?
mutiny. Yeah, you could have
Yeah.
a mutiny of some JCW guys go to GCW and they say, "Fuck the clown. I'm not down with the clown." And then Vito's like, "Well, if you're not down with the clown, you're not down with me, damn it," And then everybody pops. But before we get our final thoughts, I wanted to share some comments that I got from the Facebook page because I'm like one of the top contributors now in that JCW fan page, and we got a lot of we got like 27 comments or something about people who watch Bloody Mania and their thoughts as well. So I'll go into that. If you guys want to add something, we could do that at the very end or before we wrap it up.
Okay. Then we'll end that then. So
Okay.
okay. So Ana, overall, thumbs up, thumbs middle, or thumbs down? Bloody Mania 19.
Well, well, for me, a huge thumbs up there. Big time thumbs up.
Nice. Okay, Isaac, I'm gonna go to you. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
I give you a thumbs up. I would say if I were gonna rate it, probably 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10 kind of thing. Again, the criticisms I have of it were like minor criticisms, like it's very minuscule, and I know I always sound very cruel when I criticize things, but trust me, it's not me being a dick or anything like that. I really enjoyed it. Anytime wrestling just is able to be something entertaining and captivating, then I give it a thumbs up. So JCW gets a thumbs up in spite of my criticisms.
Nice. Okay, John. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Yeah, it's like kind of like I said before. It was very it clicked right along. Yeah, I had some there were some lulls and such. Not so much in ring stuff, but as far as like construction of it goes, but not nearly enough to even make me thumbs middle. I mean, I'm saying that's a thumbs up. Absolutely.
Monkey?
It's a super improvement from everything that I've seen from JCW in the past. It's really hard to get me to give you even a thumbs in the middle for these guys right now. So I'm really easy to please because I know where this all came from. We'll say though, on that note, the JWO thing is funny. It's funny that it's happening on Vince Russo's watch too. That's what makes it even more hilarious.
Yep. I gotta find that picture too shortly. Okay,
Just
Eric?
hey, make sure that doesn't fuck your shit up. We don't need to see no JCW versus JWO shit. Like, I don't want to see 500 fucking JWO wrestlers. Like, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, an exclusive club. An exclusive club. You don't need 12 members,
Numbers tell the story. It's a little teaser. We're almost at episode 100. Okay, who's next? All right, Eric, we'll go to you. Thumbs up, thumbs in the middle. What do you got here? Thumbs down for Bloody Mania 19.
Thumbs up. I thought overall it was a good show. I thought overall it was a very good show, and I think honestly, as long as they keep the storyline going the way they will, I think JCW will just continue to be a very good product.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're in August. We're reaching almost a year of Vince Russo being in JCW. We'll hit a year mark in October. So I guess within 10 months, he's done a great. And I'm not saying this is my friend. I'm saying as a fan from looking in, he's done a great job turning JCW around and making it get traction and getting it some momentum these last 10 months. And the question is, what's next? What has he got cooking up next? Okay, Chris, your turn. Overall, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle for Bloody Mania 19.
I would probably say, for the most part, though, like, it's a thumbs up, though. I would say there's kind of one criticism that I would say that there was one criticism that I have, which is like the audio of the show. It sometimes cuts in and out, and I've noticed that from the previous show before Bloody Mania.
Yeah, there is some, for those that don't know, because this was live, not a tape show, not Gathering. There was some audio technical difficulties, like some mics were up too loud, some were not loud enough. And it happened, I don't want to say throughout the entire show, but there were moments where it was audible. You can tell that there was some audio spiking there. Okay, yeah. Tommy, you said you wanted to read some comments here before we wrap it up.
Oh,
here.
did John give his thumbs up?
I did.
Yeah, all of us did, yeah.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said it was trash. No, I gave it a thumbs up. I mean, I just said there was some production stuff that I would have changed. Actually, I didn't think about the audio, but you guys are
fair,
right.
though. Yeah, he mentioned
it's forgivable, you know.
And then somebody mentioned like too many music videos or commercials in between, and I actually agree with that too. Like it had a lot of lulls where I would have to be like go doing a chore or something, or I don't know. It was a little bit too many pauses in between some of the match stuff.
No disrespect to Wacko the Kid, man. He can rap, but like, just put a link in the chat and I will go watch the video. You know.
Okay. What do you got for us?
So I guess I would say thumbs up as well before I show these comments off. Thumbs up. I think Jay might be considered one of the better bookers, especially being open to having Russo, another uh, person with input, and being open to input and criticism. And I'm sure they don't always agree, but they both care about JCW, and it's obvious. So for that, I'd give it a thumbs up, and that's not because I'm biased. If nobody ever fucked with me from JCW, I'd still be a fan of it because it's genuinely good. Like, I think it's better than GCW. I think it's better than NWA. No offense, Eric. No offense to anybody that works there. And no offense to any of the wrestlers that take gigs there. I get it. Put food on the table. But JCW is just like becoming a guilty pleasure every week, and I can't say that about every independent promotion. It's like, I'll check them out. I'll check out the other indie shows, but JCW has become like a weekly thing I do now, and I can't say that about other promotions. And so I'm going to share this screen now. Let me go over here.
Oh, go ahead. What we got?
So if you aren't in the Facebook fan page, you need to get in there. There's a lot of good conversations being had. Things I might not even I usually don't do this. So I put this out there. Violent J just put on another Bloody Mania 19 to be exact. Did you guys watch? What did you think? And I made this little AI slop edit Booker of the Year ? And we got Pepe Poet says, I watched it last night, was buzzing, so I'm rewatching it now. Curious what you think. Scott Hefflinger says, thank you JCW for the free show. That's another thing we got to mention. The show is completely free.
Yep.
They
were going to put on YouTube TV, but they realized YouTube TV is American exclusive. Canada and Europe don't have that. So they thought, oh shit, then we need to make it more available to other people. So yeah, props to them for making that change.
Yeah. And so I definitely appreciate free shows. Dan Harding says, a lot better than the shit in WWE.
Oh god,
I
yes.
agree.
Without a doubt.
Marco Simigoto, I don't know if that's Italian, says, I'll watch it this evening. I live in Italy. He is Italian. So there's a problem of broadcast time. And that's totally understandable. I loved it. Whoop whoop. Shout out Shona Bishop. George Marlowe says, I agree. At least I look forward to JCW, WWE, AEW, and other I miss. I don't care much. That's what I was just saying. It's like I look forward to like what's gonna happen next week. And in WWE, even I don't even feel that way. Michael Figard says, sucks you didn't put Mr. Happy over. But other than that, good show. Yeah, we got some people upset about that.
The person from Italy, they probably had an easier time than us, because that would be my one complaint, is that it wasn't like starting at midnight and shit my time.
Well, that's because they were at a music festival for the Juggalos.
Yeah.
Maybe kick off the music festival with it, like have it earlier, and then like go straight into the music festival after.
That's kind of like where I have to agree with John here. It's like, I like doing my partying at 3 a.m. as well. So it's like, it wasn't that convenient. And I know DJing for Monkey, it's not convenient to try to make these later shows.
I was gonna make that like criticism. My biggest criticism is the timing of all this shit. But I mean, if you consider that we just pulled it up on YouTube, we got to see it anyway.
Watch it time you want.
Manageable criticism.
Yeah, and I would probably say the same too. Like the timing's probably one major thing though. That's like a drawback, and it also goes with the show previous to that though. And I understand that both of those shows they were at the Gathering of the Juggalos, so that I can understand. Although I would say that they could probably make the show like a little bit earlier though, like before the festivals and stuff.
Well, I just think for even the audience there, they're probably burnt out from a festival, a day of going concert to concert. Like maybe doing it earlier, you would get just a more hot crowd. They'd be less
Do like a night of rock or something.
overstimulated.
Well,
'Cause,
think of
yeah,
how you end it too. Then if you end on a high note, you're like, "Let's go fucking party!"
Yeah, and then you can go and get fucked up, and the wrestlers can, not worry about being sober. They already had their match.
Yeah, and they can have some fun too. All right, we left off with Randy Thomas.
Okay, Randy Thomas, Bloody Mania 19 was great. Vito got what was coming to him.
Hey, that's mean.
I hope Violent J picks Vito to be with JWO for a month.
Same, because that has so much comedy potential they can run with that. I really.
They make him wear the face paint. He's like,
He's got to drink Bago again. Yeah, that's great. All right, what we got here for? I can't read that. Name's too small.
Krista Flasher says Jay and Vince have been killing it with these shows. JCW has the storylines that all other promotions forgot about. Gotta agree. Rob Beckwith says we need Russo on that shit too.
Yep, you need to put him on that flyer.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they commented on how he had gone to bed and shit. I was
Yeah,
expecting
7
him to
o'clock.
like make a surprise or something, be like, "I'm still awake. Who the fuck's talking about me, bro?"
I love the old man jokes are funny. Here we got Tony Raymer. Yup, love it. Plus the Bring Girls, gotta get me one. Tell me about it, man. Justin Patterson says Bloody Mania. Wait, we can't do that. More Missouri problems.
Again, because they have a strict athletic.
No blood at Bloody Mania. Scott Health Fingler again. Bloody Mania, no blood. I thought having Gail Kim and Pondo ref was a nice touch. I agree. The Pondo and Gail Kim were dope special guest referees. That and teasing another collaboration show with GCW is an excellent idea. I would have loved to see Sicko or Gage to get booked on that show and then use that as a reason for the GCW invasion. Great storytelling. I like the zombie bit too. Weapons didn't really get used, and I would love to see a little blood.
If they were not in Missouri, again, it's very strict. That's why there was still blood. So when they're in the state that has laws, they have to follow it. Like, they have no choice.
And that's
They
what
wouldn't
David...
do it.
But why book it there then if you're going to call it Bloody Mania? That's actually where the error, I would say, is. Like, the laws.
So
maybe they've
other
changed
states
recently?
they've rejected having the Gathering of the Juggalos
Very
in each
true.
state.
I see.
So they had no other choice, basically.
I got
And
you.
the people who, there's a lot of people bitching from Missouri who live in that forested area where they're like, oh my God, I fucking hate this. Because
The Ozarks?
Yeah, so they're mad that all these juggalos came into town, and I guess, some of them are unruly or a bit rude,
What?
And not all of us are bad.
apparently. Anyway, Antonia Mayela, I can't say
Yeah,
it.
if you pronounce that wrong, we're sorry.
Bloody Mania was my first look at JCW, and I gotta say it was pretty impressive stuff. Yes.
So we got
JT Clark,
JT
definitely
Clark, I'm
great. Definitely great. Sucks Mr. Anderson wasn't there to face Storm, but all in, all good.
That's what we didn't. Thank you for saying that, JT, because we didn't address that. It was supposed to be Mr. Anderson and Stephen Flo against Cocaine and James Storm. They announced on Lunacy Mr. Anderson wasn't there, and Stephen Flo had to bribe Shane Mercer to team up with him. So I'm wondering, was it a traveling issue? So I'm curious if more would come out about that.
Yeah, moving on, Terry Donahue says, it was fair. Seen a lot better Lunacy TV shows than this. And that's another thing, it kind of just felt like another episode of Lunacy, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because Lunacy's great. But it was like, and I get it, we can't have blood, we can't really do a hardcore match, but I kind of wish we had, a little gimmicky match, like first person in the dumpster match, if you can't have a casket match, because that's too much taker, you could, put someone in the dumpster. Like, we could have done, something a little more creative, because, the 5-on-5 was the most creative they got with it. Other than that, it was kind of just a lot of regular stipulations, regular match rules. That's probably one of my only other, criticisms, is that it just felt like another Lunacy show. Scott Bam Bam says it was awesome. Whoop whoop MCL. Neon Edmonds says first Bloody Mania with no blood. Gore Games was a letdown because there was no blood, and it was a shorter match than I expected. Yeah, you guys mentioned the timing felt rushed, or it could have went
Yeah, I
longer.
felt like that one could have went like a couple minutes longer. And then again, I repeat myself with the no blood policy. I think there's so much you're
Yeah,
allowed to do.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
shout out the Facebook fan page. Y'all can find me there. There's conversations being had there all the time.
Yeah, I gotta get more involved in this. I'm in both of them.
Yeah,
All
man,
right,
I've been on
ladies and gentlemen,
Facebook since
that was
college.
it for Bloody Mania 19 review. We'll go around and give our plugs here. So, Aiden, I'm gonna go to you first for your plugs.
All right, guys. You can catch me on twitch.tv the Paladin of the Light. You can also follow me at Real Paladin 1991, where I do streaming on both X and Twitch. You can also follow me on Instagram under the same name, the Paladin of the Light. And later on tonight, we'll be doing more Dragon Quest VII. We recently got our newest character, Ruff. He's a fun character. He was one of my favorites in Dragon Quest VII. And we'll be probably looking for more stone fragments, going to new islands and bringing them to the present. So I hopefully you'll all tune in for that. And of course, you can also catch me. You can also watch me. Also, I have the Holy Soldiers podcast every Friday. A lot of the good people here you'll see on the show. You'll see Tommy, Brendan, sometimes Eric, Monkey, John, even Chris, and many, many more guests. And yeah, so I'll probably see you all later tonight for that. But Tiffany gets the last word.
Subscribe to the Holy Soldiers podcast.
I never knew that you made that. That's really clever.
All right, Isaac, give us your plugs, my friend.
You can find me on YouTube at Dizek of the Dead. You see my name in the corner there. I'm also on X, aka Twitter, Instagram, Dizek_duh. I'm gonna be. I got a new album out. I have a music video out. Working on 2 more projects. Dirty D Sanchez project. I'll be here on the Irish Whips and Arm Drags podcast as often as I possibly can. Got a lot going on right now. Still working on music and writing and everything. Yeah, you can probably find me on Brazzers being in one of Eric's favorite videos.
Yes.
Well then, all right, Chris, let's go to you then.
All right, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Y2CD1998. I host X Spaces streams every time when TWRP are live. Go subscribe to Technical Work Rate Productions, fine gentleman over there. You could also find me here on Irish Whips and Arm Drags whenever I can make it. And also you could find me on Suplexes and Headlocks with the Master Hobo, Brendan, and Mr. Burger on the Mr. Burger channel. And also you can also find me on the Holy Soldiers podcast with the Paladin of the Light and also with Brendan and many others.
All right, John, give us your plugs, my friend.
Yeah, it's John Gets Gaming or John_Gets on X, but it's John Gets Gaming on YouTube. And we are still in the midst of the Spider-Thon. But let me tell you guys, you know how those annoying people with Christmas start on November 1st, right after Halloween's over? Because I'm one of those as well. But I start Halloween shit on September 1st because I give it equal treatment to Christmas. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to whip out. I already got my little skeleton back there because I just got a new candle holder at Bath & Body Works yesterday. But anyways, that's the first Halloween decorations. That's a little tease because we're going to get into more Resident Evil. We're going to get into all sorts of shit. We're going to go straight from Spidey into that. But we've been playing a lot of old school Spider-Man from PlayStation 1. Now getting into the Beanox games, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Played all the Toby movie games. All good shit.
All right. Okay, Monkey, give us your plugs, my friend.
Monkey305 on Instagram, DJ_Monkey on X. Football season's around the fucking corner, guys.
Yeah.
Wait. So UFA Tuesdays will be back in session pretty fucking soon. We're gonna have our draft at the end of the month. So next week, basically, we will stream that on Tuesday. So you guys will finally get to see the unveiling of the football podcast for the first time because I know a lot of this network hasn't seen that yet. that's something to look forward to. Football season's ahead of us, so Tuesdays are back on the docket now. Other than that, check us out on Thursdays for politics and on Mondays for UWO. And if you're in Fort Lauderdale, come by to fucking Kelly's, bro.
Absolutely. Okay, now my favorite person to get plugged, since he has no fucks left to give, and he's now apparently a porn director for the Diasix. Okay, Eric, give us your plugs.
Go to onlyfans.com/Dizek feed. It's currently 50% off.
Do you know this?
Also, make sure you go to onlyfans.com/Barnabas the Bazaar Cocaine. You're making daughter-father content.
Dude.
That's currently 30% off.
Jesus Christ.
Other than that, though, go follow me at Respect to Combat on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com. Subscribe to our website. Keep up with all the latest news. Keep up with all the latest episodes of NWA Power on Comet TV every Saturday at 4 p.m. And it's free!
Whoa.
Yeah,
Which now it will be starting. Which now we also have it. It will be starting to be simulcasted on another Sinclair network coming this Saturday. Can't reveal that yet, but that'll be revealed soon. And also, it's all available on Tubi on demand. Oh, yeah. Let's see. How much is it? For fucking free.
Why are you so angry?
Card up here named Mr. Pee Tom, making it seem like JCW is the only one that gives out free content. They aren't the only one that
never said that. He mentioned one.
What the fuck, bro?
They aren't the only one that give out free content, you son of a bitch!
Why is saying one thing is free acting like everything else is not free?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
I didn't say NWA was fucking commies or something.
as a League of Legends player, free doesn't always mean good.
Yeah, my OnlyFans isn't free, dog.
In general, but yeah.
Guys, you can make him cry. I don't want to have him cry on the air. That's off air stuff. Okay, now I gotta try to get my shit while laughing. That popped me. Alright, guys, patreon.com/RussoTWC. Myself and Tommy are on the frontline tier. We're gonna be on once a month, castrating the dirt sheet ass clowns that deserve it. Plus, on Vince's Patreon, there's a shit ton of awesome shows I think you would like. Sign up and check it out. On X, Instagram, and YouTube, you can find me at Catman580 if you want to give me a like and a subscribe. That's for shows. Every Wednesday on the Mr. Burger YouTube network, Suplexes and Headlocks, where I'm joined by Burger, Chris, Tommy, and Hobo. Fridays, I'm on the Holy Soldiers podcast on X and Twitch. Every Saturdays, Irish Whips and Arm Drags on YouTube. And don't forget, next month in September, on the Mr. Burger YouTube network, we're going to be starting the new JCW pregame show here shortly. So make sure you check that out too. All right, Tommy, take us away.
Yeah, shout out to these guys. They're all very hands-on here. They're very great assets to the show, so definitely support what they do individually. If you like the show even a little bit and want to know what they're all about, you can check them out. Die's a great album. I've listened to it. It's on my Spotify. I recommend people check it out.
Thank you, sir.
Paladin, great gaming streams, and the Holy Soldiers podcast is basically another wrestling show, but it's also like unique in its own way, so I would recommend checking that out. Monkey, one of the best South Floridan DJs right now in the music industry. He shows me lots of love, doesn't make me feel like an outsider even though I am. Eric, fuck him. Don't support anything Eric's doing.
Fuck that
guy. Fuck you, Tommy.
You started it, Eric. I'm not even gonna give him shit for that.
He's
overrated.
overrated.
You're the one that was shitting on NWA, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm gonna come out here and kick your ass now.
I never shot on NWA. Okay?
Yeah, you did. Now I'm gonna kick your in the dick.
Go work the territories, motherfucker.
You guys can
fuck you, John. I'm gonna kick you in the dick too.
Overrated photographer, overrated website designer, and
just overrated,
And you know what? The NWA does suck.
You know what? I wasn't gonna make a fucking comment. But at least I'm not overweight. There we go. Fuck you.
I'd rather be overweight than overrated, bro. Okay.
Scott Steiner.
Nah, I still have feeling in my back.
Fat.
Wow, I'm trying to find thought. We got
okay.
an angle here. We
Wait,
got-
hold on. Follow me.
We got a little bit of inner podcast drama over here.
Shut up, monkey!
Shh, we got heat here, monkey. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we
turn
do.
this
We're
red
working
into
an
green.
angle. Kayfabe, motherfucker. Kayfabe.
Okay.
You know, fuck you too, monkey!
Eric,
Hey.
you're gonna want some tag team partners, bro.
Hey, I'm the StreamYard access here,
He's
you know?
coming in. He's coming in. It's like he's trying to clean house, but everybody's just no selling. He just goes around the ring punching everybody, and they're all just standing there. And then he's surrounded. He's like,
Yeah,
You sell to me, you motherfuckers!
No,
This
it
is
doesn't
it,
work
this
for
is
him,
it.
brother.
it's not gonna work the way you think it is. I do business, so they're willing to pay their dues back for me.
going
you
into
know?
business for ourselves.
Yeah, or we all just shoot on each other and have a death match.
Can we get Al Snow to be the commentator for that, for the work rate that we're going to show?
Yeah, special commentator Mac Davis can commentate that. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Irish Whips Arm Drags. Follow me on X at Irish Whips. It's the one with the blue check mark because I'm a big fucking baller. That's right. Unlike Eric, who's not a baller. Okay. But on all seriousness, every like counts. We're still building. We're still growing here. I'm never gonna act like I'm too big or too prestigious just because I
Yeah,
got
how
a
much
couple
did you pay for
hundred.
that blue check mark, Tommy?
It's not. It's not that much, honestly.
What's our check?
Oh, so you did pay for the blue check mark? Don't you be sitting here acting like some
Yeah,
big-
well, everybody does. Even
pay for
like,
less ads.
I didn't mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but I'm saying to get the action, there's a way to earn it though.
yeah. If you're already famous,
What if you just don't like ads and you're also not famous? So
but like even
If you
famous
want to pay
people,
$15 a month just not to deal with ads, be my
like
guest.
even
Yeah.
professional wrestlers with like couple 100,000 followers, they still need the blue check mark, or they don't have one. It's not that big of a deal. People make it a big deal. That's why I'm trolling about it.
I pay for YouTube Premium to avoid the ads. Man.
Yeah,
I do too.
Not all rich here, guys. Okay.
So, where was I going with this?
I got it for you.
Subscribe to Irish Whips and Arm Drags.
I got it.
That's right.
I got you. I have to do it for you. All right, that's it, everybody. For all of us in our respective organizations, thank you for checking us out, hanging out with us while we're discussing BloodyMania 19. We'll see y'all on the same bat time.